Hey there, we got a lot going on in the front paddock today. We've got this front paddock that's it's a combination of open space, which is really nice for the goats, and it's got this space that I'm in right now that's sparsely treed. These nice big post oak trees. We keep them trimmed up real nice, that way we get grass coming in. But we had this other section of the paddock that was way more densely wooded and brushy at the bottom, all those briars, that grow up into the trees. And it was an eyesore for one, but it also was cutting off our goats from being able to use that space productively. And so we spent a lot of time thinking through, well, what could we do here to improve this pasture? And we got a couple things going. So out behind me in the open area, we're selectively bale grazing in certain spots of the paddock that don't have any grass. Just for whatever reason, I don't know why. It was this way when we came to the place, but they're just real bare dirt. My wife told me that Mother Nature doesn't like to be naked, so we got to cover her up. And so that's what we're doing with these hay bales as the goats eat them. And then in this densely wooded area, we're going to spend a lot of time trimming up the trees, getting rid of the small trees that can't get past the big oak canopies. So they're not going to go any further anyway. So we're going to clear those out, give those oaks some more room to run, and then we're going to get all those briars and bushes out of the bottom. And the idea is that we open the subfloor, the ground floor up, so that grass can grow there. Now, this part of our paddock is on the far west side of our property, so it gets a lot of late afternoon, late evening sun. And as we open this up and get more sunlight, and the goats can actually get in there and root around, and the chickens and the guineas can get in there and root around, hopefully we get the seeds that are stored up in that ground germinating, and we let these goats get in there, and that's going to help the grass come. So really, at the end of the day, what we're creating here is a silvopasture. Now, when my wife said that, I didn't know what it meant. I don't know what a silvopasture. I know what a pasture is. I don't know what a silvopasture is. And then she educated me. Silvo evidently is Latin for tree. So we are creating a pasture with trees, which trees are here, and we're just trying to clean everything up to give the grass room to grow. So we'll see if it works out that way, and we have this silvopasture, but that's what we're after. Now, there's a couple of additional benefits to what we're doing here. These goats love leaves, and so once we cut all this underbrush out and trim up these trees, what we normally do is we lay it out in the paddock, and we leave it overnight for the next day, and depending on how much it is, a day or two. And that lets the goats go ahead and clear that brush off for us. So it's a treat for them. Plus, now that we've got all this laying on the ground, we're going to get our wood chipper, and we're going to chip all this, and we're going to blow it right back into the area that we just cut it from. Because right now, once we cleared everything out, or will clear everything out, it's bare dirt. And so we want to cover that up, just like we're doing with the hay out in the open areas of the paddock. We want to cover this wooded area with bark chips and the wood chips that we're going to chip up. So, there's a lot of hard work that goes in at the beginning, but, if you take the idea of value stacking, we're actually stacking what we're doing here in a way that's adding value in multiple ways. We're feeding the goats, we're going to cover it up, which is ultimately going to help that grass grow. And it's going to give, hopefully when we're done with it, it's going to make this paddock from the one clear side to the wooded side much more valuable to these goats. It's going to provide them shade. It's going to provide them an opportunity to get out of the weather if they don't want to go in their shelter. So we're looking forward to getting this done, and look forward to showing it to you as we do it.